LEGO sent me the new Minifigures Shrek series, which releases September 1st. Let's open up 15 mystery boxes and see what I get. First is Prince Charming. This is interesting. I mean, this is actually his Shrek the Third outfit. There's two Shrek the Third minifigures in here, and none from Shrek 4, which makes me a little sad because rewatching them, Shrek 4 is better than 3. The design here also looks really tan. Like, I don't think they got the skin color for him right. You can see he does have an alternate face as well. And his accessory is just this sword, which doesn't really stand out as anything too unique. I really do like the printing we got on the side arms and also the dual molded legs with some nice printing. And his hairpiece is that ochre yellow, which is a new color. So that's welcome to get that for the Han Solo hair. All right, our second pack. Let's see what's inside. Oh, it's his mom. The design for his mom, you can even see, is a lighter skin tone than him. But yeah, they did a great job with the fairy godmother. I love the tapestry on the torso, even on the side right there. You can see that silver shine. New hairpiece as well. Two facial expressions, which are pretty darn similar. Both of them are smiles, but that is fitting for the character. And that piece that just flew off is her business card that says, what is it? Happiness is a teardrop away. And that's on a 1x2 tile. And then we also have this wing attachment, which we've seen in a couple sets before, even CMF series like Series 9 back in the day. First time that translucent purple coloring, though. So far, we're 2 for 2. And we have Lord Farquaad. Lord Farquaad has this really awesome hair hat combo going on there. I love that completely new sculpt. Shaping and everything there looks great. And the design here also just has some fantastic side arm printing and dual molded short legs with the red and the black. And the design also has this really cool magic mirror on the wall design, which is a shield piece with printing. I like how they minifigure headify that design. And you can see how that's just attached to a pole. And then they have one of those shorter than a 1x1 bricks that have like the hole in it. And one thing I had to note was that this is actually the older style cape that's like more papery. I know a lot of people are going to be kind of mad at that because a lot of people like the softer capes more, but it's not too big of a deal to me. And of course, he does have an alternate face, which is another smile, but this time without a scowl to it. So we really pulled the villains so far, huh? Let's see. Let's get some heroes in here. And nope, we're continuing with the villains. To call Thelonious villain might be a bit of a stretch, but the design for Thelonious looks really neat, where I love this new hood piece we have for the Executioner hood. And yeah, that is a hood piece that just goes over an unprinted black head. We've never seen Thelonious' face, so that makes sense. I can't wait to see people like recolor that for different customs and things like that. Very interesting sculpt. And the design has this 1x3 tile, which is a gag from the movie where they have the cue card that says "aw" during like the whole wedding sequence. And then we have a design with this microphone that we've seen before with the gold finish right there. Dual molded legs and arms, which looks great. No printing at the back of the torso. But yeah, pretty awesome minifigure. You even have the Lord Farquaad Facebook looking logo on the belt. All right, next pack. Let's see what we got inside. Oh. It is, okay, finally, Gingy. Gingy looks just about perfect. They actually made a new sculpt compared to other LEGO gingerbread men, which the design here doesn't have like that sandwich-like cookie design that the other ones had. Interestingly enough, there's an accessory hole at the top. I wonder what that could mean. I guess we'll get future Gingy sets. The design here also has some side arm printing on both sides. And his accessory is this lollipop right here, which just has one of these clip pieces with printing on one side on a pole connection. All right, the sixth figure, let's see who it is. Oh, it is our second Lord Farquaad. Only thing I have to add is that you could also say that Lord Farquaad looks a little bit more tan than the movie. All right, seventh pack, let's see what's inside. Come on. Oh, we got another repeat. All right. Oh, looks like we got Fiona. And Fiona comes with Donkey. The design for Fiona has this sculpted head that's really interesting. I mean, you can see there's even like hair at the back. You got braids on there and everything. And I don't know, I don't like the look of her face and Shrek's face in this series compared to the movie. It looks off in my opinion. I don't think they did the character design for the graphics there right. I mean, yeah, the sculpted head looks good. Interestingly enough, she also has an accessory hole at the top right there. The design having some nice printing on that dark green torso and the dress leg piece. And then for Donkey, yeah, looks off as well. The eye design particularly, as well as the teeth. Like the teeth almost look like they're part of like the nose or snout right here. But this is a two-piece figure where you could actually twist the head around if you'd like. So there's some nice rotation there. And you can see how that connects with just one of these pole connection pieces. You know what that means. It's time to mess around with mini dolls. Competing franchises. This is just straight up cursed. I'm sorry. But yeah, the sculpt for the sitting pose that he's on connects to 4 separate studs. Pretty similar to the one that we got for Scooby-Doo sitting down. We're still missing some more heavy hitters like Shrek himself. And, oh, we literally got Shrek himself. Okay. The design for Shrek I also feel is kind of off because of that face print. I will say the sculpt for the head is very interesting, where it also looks off from the side, like the neck is way too prominent there, and I wish this was a rounder design if you ask me. Like if you compare this to the design of Fiona's headpiece, you'll notice that she has a proper roundness there where it doesn't look like the face is jutting out of the neck there. That's very strange. Unlike Fiona, he also doesn't have an accessory hole at the top, which is interesting. I wonder why that was specifically for Fiona. We do have a design of this 1x2 print right here, which you could say is a torn out page from the book, which is the one from the opening of the first movie, which you can see a nice print at the front cover. And inside is another exclusive 1x2 print. And we do have a skirt piece right here, the shorter one recolored in tan for the first time, so that's really neat. The printing on the torso and the legs looks pretty great if you ask me. I do say the sizing of this looks off. It would have been cool to maybe get a mid-fig close to, say, Hagrid. But we'll see what the future holds. All right, let's see who we got now. Oh, it's Pinocchio. The design for Pinocchio is so weird. I did not notice that he actually has regular minifigure legs. I kind of feel like he should have had mid legs. But yeah, the sculpt for this head is insane. It's all one piece with the hat, with the hair, with the head right there, which does have that nose. And the nose, unfortunately, is not an accessory hole piece. And just compare this to the Disney Pinocchio we got in the Disney 100 CMF series, and it's such a different take. This one having not the base of a Lego minifigure head. And yeah, the sculpting and everything with the roundness is so cool. You got dual molded legs as well, and some great printing even on the side of those legs. On the torso, dual molded arms, which are really neat. And this is one of the 3 figures with the blind mice. Unfortunately, all 3 of those figures have the exact same blind mice design, which I wish there was a little bit of variance there. That attaches to one stud, which you could attach to like the plate right there. All right, we're getting to the last 5 right here. And we have Merlin. Yeah, I already called him out in the beginning, but I am not a fan of Shrek 3, so I'm kind of sad that they chose Merlin as a minifigure. I will say the printing on here is fantastic. I mean, there's printing all over. You got these dual molded legs right here, which have some very interesting printing on them, where you even have like his little sandals going on there, which I like how they have that. But I will say you can see the printing isn't perfect. Sometimes it misaligns. And then the printing with the like skin tone right there looks a little bit off as well, where it's going between both of those dual molded parts. So you can see there's a little bit of like a crack going on there. But yeah, there's some nice gold finish down there, which looks cool. And then on the side arms, which have some nice printing to them. The accessory is just these little magic blasts right here, which are actually the power blast piece, which we've seen a ton of times with Iron Man. Why the heck is it not sticking in there? There you go. And to activate that, you just... Oh my gosh, that almost shot across the room. And then the design of the beard I wish was longer, because his beard in Shrek the Third is like all the way down to like his like feet over here. Okay, maybe not that long, but yeah, I really wish we got a longer beard, but instead they just use an existing beard piece, which I think is pretty lame. The face print underneath looks cool, and you got that hat, which is an existing hat piece, but that fits really well. Like the gold going on there. Yeah, so not a great choice. Some parts don't work like the beard, but other than that, you know, a pretty detailed minifigure. So we got 9 of the characters, and we're missing 3 of them. And this is one of the ones we're missing. Yeah, we have the big bad wolf, and the design for him looks fantastic. I love that head sculpt going on there. I wasn't a fan of the face with the reveal, but it's grown on me, and I think it looks even better in person. It's very furry. It looks like somebody's like fursuit or something like that. But this is dual molded with this bonnet piece at the top right here. You can't like remove this or anything. Very detailed sculpt with the indentations and everything, even with the side fur right there. But yeah, some nice side arm printing that looks great on both sides. Torso print and that dress leg print. Very cool minifigure all the way with the back printing as well. Only downside is that, yep, once again, you got one of the 3 blind mice, and it's the exact same design across all 3 of these figures. So all we're missing is Puss in Boots and Dragon. So let's see which one is in here. It is, oh, another repeat. It's Fiona and Donkey once again. Surely we're going to complete this series, right? We're going to complete it. Okay. That's a good thing. And the design of this Puss in Boots is different from the one that we got in the Shrek statue set, which is this one right here. You can see that the one from this minifigure series uses short legs, and those are dual molded and also have some really nice printing on them. For the boots, actually more printing than the dual molded legs right here. You could see that these were just dual molded legs. They didn't have any printing on them. And then this one right here doesn't have that little scarf piece or whatever you want to call it. Also no cape piece either. And the design on the back of the torso is the exact same from what I could tell between these two. This one doesn't have the rapier piece as well, you know, the sword. The design, of course, for this one from the minifigure series is his adorable pleading face. So it's kind of cool that you got 2 different expressions for Puss in Boots. But yeah, the same sculpt for those heads. And Puss in Boots also has this little sack right here, which is very common in this color, as well as one of the 3 blind mice. And our last pack, this should be Dragon. If it isn't, I'm going to cry. Okay, yeah, it's Dragon. Dragon is honestly a strange choice for a minifigure. Like, she would probably be best as a buildable character. The design here also looks strangely off, also in skin tone. She looks more pinkish this time around than like the reddish of the movie. But you do get some nice red designs, like these wing pieces from, I think, the Series 14 Gargoyle in dark red. It's the first time we're getting it in that color, as well as that hip tail attachment, which we've seen for like Dragon minifigures before from CMF series. First time we're getting it in that color as well. The sculpt for the head is an entirely new piece. And it's interesting because it is a really well made sculpt. But yeah, all these spikes and everything are like a rubber design, which that's interesting because the rest of it is a hard plastic. Unfortunately, there's no accessory for this character. Like, you couldn't put gold from the first movie or something like that. But that's it for this LEGO minifigure series opening. I am very intrigued by this series. I mean, I love the Shrek movies. Like I said, some characters, they don't do a great job, and they're the very important ones, like Shrek, Fiona, and Donkey all look off if you ask me. But even those minifigures show just the quality of the printing of this series. Like, there's insane printing for these characters and some very interesting sculpts that are new pieces. And most of those are head pieces, sure. It's also interesting to see the human interpretations where I'm not sure that the male humans look right. But the fairy godmother, I think they did a great job capturing her design. I mean, I guess she's technically like a fairy, not exactly a human, but you get my point. Then some minifigures are just lacking on accessories, whether it be Merlin with the power blast that we've seen in the LEGO Marvel line a bunch, or getting the 3 blind mice with the same exact design across 3 different minifigures, or Dragon just lacking any. Regardless, my favorite of this series is Thelonious. For such a minor character, they did a fantastic job, and he is a very fun inclusion. We don't really get LEGO executioners. Let me know what you think of this series in the comments below. Check out my review of this series, which would probably go up before this opening, but this opening is filmed first. Subscribe here for more LEGO minifigures openings, because we're doing my every LEGO minifigure opening very soon. I'm just waiting on one pack to come in the mail. I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.